Key Bible verse, 1 John 4:16 NIV. And so we know and rely on the love God has for us. God is love. Whoever lives in love lives in God, and God in them. Hey friend, let's sit down with a warm cup of coffee and talk about something beautiful. God's love for you. The word love in 1 John 4:16 comes from the Greek word agape, which isn't just any kind of love. It's selfless, unconditional, and sacrificial. It's the kind of love that doesn't depend on what you do or who you are, but on who God is. Imagine the culture of the early church when John wrote this. A world of Roman oppression, where people were judged by status, wealth, or power. Yet John boldly declared that God's love is for everyone, no exceptions. That truth was radical then, and it's just as life-changing now. Have you ever felt like you're not enough? Like your mistakes or struggles make you unlovable? I get it. I've wrestled with anxiety and those same doubts. But this verse invites us to know and rely on a love that never wavers. It's like a steady lighthouse guiding you through the stormiest nights. Today, let's unpack what it means to truly believe you are loved by God, not because of what you've done, but because of who He is. Let's explore how this love can anchor your heart and change the way you see yourself and others. This love isn't just a nice idea. It's a truth you can build your life on. When John says, we know and rely on the love God has for us, he's talking about a deep, personal certainty. Think about a time when you felt truly seen and accepted, maybe by a friend who listened without judgment, or a family member who stood by you. Now multiply that by infinity, and you're still only scratching the surface of God's love. For me, overcoming anxiety wasn't about fixing myself. It was about leaning into God's love, trusting that He was with me even when my heart raced or my mind spiraled. This verse reminds us that God's love is reliable, like the sunrise you know will come every morning. But here's the challenge. We often live like we have to earn it. We think, if I pray more, serve more, or get my act together, then God will love me. Friend, that's not how agape works. God loves you right now. In the mess, in the doubts, in the moments you feel farthest from Him. What would it look like to rely on that love today? Maybe it's pausing to pray, God, help me feel your love, or writing down one way you've seen His care in your life. His love is the foundation that holds you steady, no matter what life throws your way. Now let's talk about what it means that God is love. This isn't just saying God loves us, it's saying love is who He is. Every act of kindness, every moment of grace, every whisper of hope you've ever felt traces back to Him. When I was younger, I pictured God as a distant judge, tallying my mistakes. But this verse paints a different picture. A God whose very essence is love, who created you because He wanted you to exist. Think about the people in your life who show you love. A parent's hug, a friend's encouragement, a stranger's smile. Those moments are glimpses of God's heart, reflections of His nature. Even in a world that can feel cold or divided, God's love flows through us and around us. This truth gives me peace when the news is heavy or when personal struggles feel overwhelming. It's like finding a quiet stream in a chaotic city, a place to rest and be refreshed. So, how can you tap into this love? Try noticing one act of kindness today, whether you give it or receive it. That's God's love in action. And when you feel unlovable, remind yourself, God doesn't just give love, He is love, and you are wrapped in His very being. Here's where it gets exciting. Living in God's love changes how we love others. John says, whoever lives in love lives in God, and God in them. This is the climax of the verse, the moment it all clicks. God's love isn't meant to stay locked in our hearts. It's meant to flow out. I remember a time when I was so caught up in my own worries that I barely noticed the people around me. But when I started trusting God's love for me, I found the courage to reach out, to listen to a friend's struggles, to forgive someone who hurt me, to show up for my community. It wasn't perfect, but it was real. Loving others from a place of God's love is like pouring water from a cup that's constantly being refilled. You don't run dry because God's love never does. Think about someone in your life who needs encouragement. So friend, as we finish our coffee, let's hold on to this. You are loved, deeply and unconditionally. 1 John 4:16 isn't just a verse. It's an invitation to know God's love, rely on it, and let it flow through you. Life will have its storms, moments of doubt, anxiety, or pain, but God's love is your anchor. I challenge you this week to pause each day and say, God, thank you for loving me. Let that truth sink in. Write down one way you've felt, His love, whether it's an answered prayer, a kind stranger, or a quiet moment of peace, and then share that love with someone else, even in a small way. You're not alone in this journey. You're part of a community of people learning to live in God's love together. Let's keep encouraging each other, reflecting His heart in a world that needs it. You are loved, not because of what you do, but because